We just got back up to Michigan. We're still currently finishing up some unpacking and last minute things, but today we're going on a little adventure. If you've watched a lot of our videos from Florida, you know we've talked about looking at boats, and we did tour a couple of them while we're there. Well, one popped up for sale in Carver City, Michigan, just a couple hours away from us, and we're actually gonna go tour it today. Kind of crazy.
Connor was talking to this guy for a while now, and when he messaged saying that 2 other people were looking at it, we were like, can we come tomorrow? So we don't know what we're doing, but it feels like a fun new adventure, and we've never been on a boat like this. We looked at 2 when we were in Florida just for fun, trying to feel like height size and bed wise like what we liked. So I'm excited. Let's see what we think about it.
It's older. It looks to be in pretty good condition, and it's very affordable. So we're gonna go to Carver City. See you guys there.
Okay, we are 10 minutes out. How are you feeling?
Feeling great. We stopped at the Costco in Carver City because we're already down here. We might as well stock up on some meat and some goods. And yeah, 10 minutes away from the boat. It's been raining for the last couple hours. So honestly, I'm happy with that because it should be a good way to see if anything's leaking super visibly. But the guy and his wife are there, and I'm excited to see it.
I'm feeling excited, but also hesitant and a little nervous because A, this is something very new for us. We love boating, but we have never boated on something like this before or lived on a boat. And it is how old?
43 years old.
43 years old. So we could be walking into a whole bunch of issues, or we could be walking in and being pleasantly surprised. There are so many unknowns here, and they've only had it for a year. So I'm curious as to why they've only owned it for a year, whether they used it at all or not really. But the price is pretty right.
What we are looking at here is a 1983 Carver 2667 Santa Cruz. This boat is just under 26 feet long and has a beam of 8 feet, meaning it can be trailered across the country without any permits. One of the major selling points that we liked about this boat is the dual helm station. This means we can drive on the flybridge with nice weather, but having the option to drive down in the cabin when needed. Walking on this boat, it truly feels like a floating truck camper, and that instantly hit home with us. Now, one thing that drew us to this boat is the fact that it is older, which means it's going to have its issues and plenty of quirks, but it's also going to allow us to make mistakes and learn by doing, even if that means a few dock scratches here and there. But with a layout like this one, it's hard to think that there's a better option out there for us. Let us know down in the comments what you guys think about this boat, but to us, a floating truck camper on the water sounds pretty ideal.
Since we're only a little bit into this video, I'd be curious if you guys could comment a little bit and say what you think about this boat and if we should do it. Because obviously right now we are looking at it. We haven't chatted about anything. He's showing us all of it, running a little bit of some tests to show us the engine, I think. So yeah, drop your opinions below because I would love to hear what you guys say about everything. I think it's pretty cute. Kind of gets us back into truck camper life, but on the water.
Powering this boat is a Mercruiser 260, which is just a fancy way to say a small block Chevy 350, meaning parts are readily available and there's nothing overly complicated about this engine setup. Here's a closer look at the 2 helm stations. We have the upper right here, which has a great view of the boat and all of the surroundings, and down below is the lower helm station, which can be used for driving whenever the weather isn't so great.
How's it feel, Captain?
It's a crazy little boat.
And?
I don't know. I mean, it feels good, but whatever we would do, we would get it surveyed. So I think the layout is really cool. The fact that it's trailerable at 8 feet wide, only 26 feet long, and only $9,000. The trio of that makes it really cool.
You know Connor, him and his numbers. I'm just over here going with my gut.
What does your gut say?
I say yes.
Cool.
Connor's like, what?
It's great with me.
What does your gut say?
My gut says yes. If we're ever going to try a boat, this is by far the cheapest and best layout option that I've seen, and I've been looking at boats for like a year. I didn't even know this model existed. So for me, yeah, my gut says yes. Let's call and get it surveyed.
How fun! What are we doing? I don't know.
I mean, this is basically as much of a truck camper but boat form as you can get. And being so old, it's just impressive they made this model, and I wish they still made it, but to me, it's pretty dang cool.
We like unique. Stuff's dripping on me down here, though. Those hatch leaks. Turn around, Captain.
This is so silly up here. I love it.
Can you picture us driving this on the water?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So we bought a boat. Sort of. We have an accepted offer, what he asked for it. We put a deposit on it, but he said we are allowed to have a survey come out for it. So on the drive back to our place, I'm going to be calling people and seeing if we can get on somebody's schedule to come survey it. It is a 43-year-old boat. We know there's going to be issues. We just want to make sure the transom's good, the engine has good compression and is relatively maintained, and just like no huge things that we don't know to look for because we aren't boat surveyors. So we're going to try to do that. Hopefully we can get it scheduled for next week if anybody has availability. But that was a really cool layout, and it felt just like we were sitting in a truck camper that has a motor on the back and floats in the water. It's crazy.
It's actually kind of wild. I think we both had a gut feeling, especially when Connor pulled this up. We both were like, do we do it? Do we go? And he was like, we could go tomorrow. And I was like, let's go tomorrow.
The thing that like really appealed us with this one is obviously the price. The boat is listed for $9,500, and the other boats that we've toured, the cheapest one was $65,000, and that's a lot of money that we don't want to spend. But it had like the same layout, and it just was basically the same boat, just newer and, you know, probably a little bit more seaworthy. This is definitely not like an offshore go in the ocean, but I think if we were going to trailer this all around the country and go to some really cool, pretty inland lakes and stuff, this is exactly the boat that could be for us. Plus, at a price point where we get to try it out, spend a little bit of money on maintenance, update a few things, and then I think there's always going to be a market for a $10,000 boat.
Yeah.
Like, we will be able to sell this very easily if we decide, hey, we love boating, we want something different, and here's the requirements for the next thing. Or we're like, oh, we tried it, it was fun, but not what we thought it would be.
Yeah, that's what I feel. I think that's why I'm not so scared of this one. I feel like it's such a reasonable price for something for us to test out. And then if we really don't like this boat, but we like the boating life, I think this is going to resell really well. I mean, he had a list of 4 or 5 people behind us wanting this boat.
Yeah.
So
that's the
I
thing
think that's a good sign.
Yeah. That was my concern with, you know, buying a newer, expensive boat is we don't want to sit on it for a year if we're ready to get into something else. And I don't think we'll ever be in a situation like that with this one, because we can always sell a pretty cheap boat. Especially if we make it nice. It's the same thing we do with campers. You guys know the drill. We're going to talk about it on the way home, and we will see you guys tomorrow with some thoughts.
New summer, new toy. You know? That's how it works.
You always knew we were going to be on the water at some point.
We just eased you guys into it with the True Kit.
It's a few days later. We are back in Traverse City and should be picking up our new to us boat in just a little bit.
That's so crazy. We kind of were going with a little bit of a gut feeling on this one, and the guy, he was super sweet, and he's like, I'm not trying to hide anything from you. He gave us full transparency on everything about the boat, the old survey, and we feel pretty good about it. So we're gonna run some engine tests with him, probably tap around like one of the survey guys said, just to see if it sounds funky, and if everything works good, we're going home with the boat.
This boat did have a survey done about 10 years ago, and the transom and the stringers and the engine mounts were all replaced by a marina in Chicago. So it's one of those things that is the main issue for old boats, is wood rot and everything like that. And so the fact that this one had already had that huge repair done and completed by a certified marina gives us a lot of confidence. So we're gonna make sure it all looks good, but it looked good the last time we were there. Like she said, run the engine, just walk around again, make sure it feels right, and then if it all does, we'll be hitching it up and headed back with a boat.
What the heck?
So crazy.
Here we go.
Here.
You want to own a boat, Bark?
This is crazy.
the buyer who we're getting this from has only driven it on the top, so Connor is going down to the bottom just to see if that also works. So we're gonna test that out right now.
Keep it up. Yeah, you see that trim gauge moving?
Oh, yep, I do.
Connor, I'll pass you up this ratchet strap to that.
Getting all strapped up.
This is the real part.
Does it feel real?
Feels a little real, yeah. I'm excited for it.
Nervous, excited, all the feels?
All the above.
67.
Yeah, that's fine.
Whoa.
It'll be fun.
Holy shit. We have the boat hooked up, paid, title signed, bill of sale ready. Nutso.
We're boat owners. Brennan, the owner, or the previous owner, is gonna follow us out because there's a low-hanging branch and he just wants to make sure we clear it. And then it's the cabin.
We're boat owners! That's not a camper. That's a boat.
Yeah, that tree, you're probably going to hit that tree. I feel like since it's leaved out, it's dropped down a little bit.
Nice. Yeah. If you are a boat owner like this, or you like driving boats, or you have boat knowledge, please drop it below and give us all of the tips because we're gonna need them. And you know us, we love to just try things and learn along the way, but if you guys have tips for us, that would be super helpful.
And then I think that this next line go all the way to the right, Connor.
Oh, I didn't even see that one.
Here we go. Never pulled a boat this big before, but I have a feeling it's just gonna be like pulling a camper. So 2-hour drive, about 100 miles. And I'm excited to see how the truck handles it, how the boat handles it, and we'll see if we end up launching today or not. Not sure.
Connor and I just keep saying, oh my God, there's a boat behind our truck. This is crazy. I'm not really surprised we did it. I think I always had a really good gut feeling about this boat, especially when Connor found it first. And when we looked at it for the first time, I was like, this is really cute. But actually buying it and now saying it's ours.
Still feels a little crazy. It's one of those things that price is too good to think on it.
Yeah.
So the only thing left we can do is just buy it and try it. But I'm still confident in the fact that this is the right way to see if we like boat life versus buying an expensive boat that we can't sell. So
yeah,
we're doing the right thing. I hope it floats and I hope it runs great and we're gonna have a large time on it, but we gotta get it home first.
we do. Place your bets. Do you think it's gonna float? All right, we'll see you guys in a little bit.
While we definitely wanted to go launch the boat that day, we decided against it because there is some maintenance that needs to be done before we can confidently put this boat in the water. We're going to be doing a full lower unit service with new water pump, new impeller, engine oil, fuel filters, and just kind of go through and make sure everything is looking good before we put this boat out for its first test. We'll see you guys in the next video. We hope you had a fun time watching us learn about this boat and then come home with it. If you did, let us know in the comments below and we will see you in the next video. We hope you have a very large day.